I need somebody to say world premiere in a really awesome. You know what? How about we have you guys do this? On the count of 3, I want a big world premiere in your best trailer voice. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Good stuff. All right, kick us off, Mr. Alex.
Hugging Zeta Halos in a curve, the Pelican flew at subluminal speed back toward the fracture. John linked his HUD to the dropship's radar, keeping a close eye on its long and short-range sensors. Most banished forces seemed to be concentrated in the area of the ring's debris field, where the heaviest fighting had taken place over the last 6 months. But scouting parties and patrols could be anywhere on its surface. And without an operational chin gun, they'd do well to steer clear of any Banshee patrols or anti-air guns.
What's it been like these last 3 days?
It's not good, Chief. After you took out Escharum, the Banished went berserk. Well, more berserk than usual. They've been broadcasting mass prisoner executions over their comm towers, making a real spectacle. They've retaken one few of the fobs you guys liberated. Some of the Banished are even turning against the human factions within their own ranks.
Chief?
The weapon's concerned gaze told him she was aware of the spike in his limbic system. He'd expected retribution for the Banished leader's death, but he hadn't expected to be MIA for 3 days while UNSC forces sat in the crosshairs paying the price, just as they had to do when he'd been adrift in space and unable to join the fight.
I'm supposed to take the brunt. I can handle it. There are too many out there that can't.
It's not your fault.
I know.
But knowing didn't make the situation any less frustrating.
There's no leadership. Word is that it'll all be worked out tomorrow.
What happens tomorrow?
The last day of Escherum's funeral. Stay frosty, my friends. We're approaching the break. This is Banished territory.
Even from this distance, signs of occupation dotted the debris field. The faint glow of fires and long threads of smoke rising into the atmosphere marked clear indications of life, any one of which might be human, might be the members of his team. John had no doubt that Blue Team, Fred 104, Kelly 087, and Linda 058 were out there somewhere, just as he felt certain that Dr. Halsey, Spartan Commander Sarah Palmer, and Infinity's Captain Thomas Lasky had survived and were even now making inroads to take back Zeta Halo from the Banished. Hundreds of Spartans had been aboard the flagship when she'd entered the ring's orbit, but with the Banished routinely jamming UNSC comms, it was difficult to know just how many had survived the initial ambush and how many were still alive after 6 months of relentless fighting here on the surface. As much as he wanted to search for Blue Team and the others, he had to take advantage of the power vacuum created by Escherum's death before losing the opportunity altogether.
Without UNSC leadership and a clear centralized command, Rubicon Protocol is still in effect.
What's Rubicon Protocol?
It's permission to act, to do what needs to be done to keep Zeta Halo out of enemy hands and prevent a new leader from rising out of the ashes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. I'm afraid to ask what that entails. Never mind. I don't want to know.
It means we're going to fan the flames, sow chaos and division. Then we use the distraction to sever Banished communications and jamming towers and restore UNSC comsats so survivors can start communicating and regrouping.
Chaos sounds fun, doesn't it?
Oh, so much fun. Just drowning in fun.
The dropship continued its descent toward the edge of the fracture and the familiar alpine landscape that made up the broken fragments of the ring. The unknown system's nearby sun had set, leaving behind an evening sky with thin clouds and the maw of space lurking beyond.
So, now that you know my name, you plan on sharing this perfect name of yours?
John lifted the weapon higher as she linked her hands behind her back and cocked her head, a slow, mischievous grin building on her pert face.
It's Steve.
Esparza blinked.
Steve? Are you serious?
After a dumbstruck moment, his brow furrowed as he glanced between them. When she didn't respond, he said,
Of all the random names. Chief, come on, are you hearing this?
I like it.
What's wrong with Steve?
Steve blinked innocently.
It doesn't, I mean...
Esparza stammered incredulously until the weapon burst with laughter.
You should see your face!
Esparza's shocked expression gradually shifted, becoming a begrudging smile.
Ha ha, you got me. Very fun.
Oh, trust me, it was.
She turned her head and caught John's attention, the wide grin on her face sweeping through his chest like a solid punch to the solar plexus. His own words to Dr. Catherine Halsey were ingrained in his memory. 6 months ago in her lab on Infinity, she had shown him the weapon.
She looks just like her.
If you say so, I see something else. Something more innocent. From a simpler time.
Does she know me?
No. She is a blank slate. No memories, no history. Her core is nearly complete. Once it is ready, it will be up to the two of you. The weapon will lock her down. You will retrieve Cortana and bring her back here.
For execution.
For deletion. We are at war, Master Chief. If you do not think you can do this, now is the time to step down. I am sure Spartan Lock is available.
That won't be necessary.
Good. Tomorrow will test us all.
Dr. Halsey had been right, as usual. They'd been tested and failed. He stowed the memory and turned his attention back to the weapon.
Did you decide?
I did. Are we really doing this, Jeff? We're
Let's
really
do it.
doing this. Here
Let's
it
do it.
comes. I am UNSC AI serial number CTN 0453-0. Name designation, Joyeuse.
Not as good as Steve, but I like it.
John knew there was a chance she might have called herself Cortana, and while he would have supported her decision, he couldn't deny the strong feeling of relief that swept through him. Holding on to a name that carried so much history and unresolved grief would have been difficult. The clearing of Joyeuse's throat drew his gaze to hers once more. She was waiting, wanting to know what he thought. John dipped his head.
I like it too. It suits you.
Thanks.
Joyeuse. Never really heard a name like that before. What does it mean?
Well, among other things, it means good-natured, with a really amazing personality. It describes me pretty well, don't you think?
I think you're right then. It is perfect.
Precisely.
You know, my wife loved unique names too. When we chose our daughter's name, Iali, oh man, it took forever. Nothing felt right.
So how did you choose?
Well, right up until the day she was born, we couldn't decide. And then she was there, in the world, this perfect little being, and it all just clicked. I guess it took meeting face to face to really know. Hold on.
Esparza hard banked the Pelican around jagged pillars jutting from the side of a barren mountain peak. As they talked names, John's mind took him back to the first time he'd met Joyeuse's predecessor. Her matrix had poured into the neural interface implanted in the back of his head with a sharp, icy stab. That initial feeling had been unexpected, as was hearing another internal voice besides his own, coexisting and speaking in his mind.
Not a lot of room in here. Hello, Master Chief.
Hello, Cortana.
Dun,
What do you
dun,
think, guys?
dun.
How about a big round of applause for Lore Keeper?
Well done.
Thank you. I want to say I'm a huge fan of how you're able to switch between characters like that. That's so awesome.
And how about a round of applause for the newest AI in our universe, Joyeuse? It is so nice to have that out there.